The Bible, the Bible, man. The Bible. This is a very, pretty neutral message, but there is some spiritual, it's always going to be that spiritual aspect to it, not only concerning me, but also more or less this stuff is truly just about God and his kingdom. But yeah, I mean, just this concerns me, delivering it to you particular people. But I'm truly, truly just being used by the Spirit of God. But yeah, anyhow, the Bible, I mean, yeah, the Bible is truly not for everybody. And God is leading me to say this and also be limited, yes, limited. But yeah, the Bible is not for everybody. No, it's truly only for God's chosen people and people that God is truly drawing into his kingdom. Because you got to understand that the Bible is a spiritual book. This is not no book you just get on the shelf and try to open up and understand. No. And that's why many people don't understand it either, because it's not for them, is what I'm telling you. It's for God's chosen people and people who God has interest in bringing in his kingdom. Once again, everybody else, though, I mean, man, God is going to deal with these individuals and beings differently, is what I'm telling you. And I'm not here to tell you everything either. That's the thing about that, But anyhow, yeah, I mean, this stuff is deep because the Bible is not for everybody. And see, that's another thing, too, with these Christian people, man, especially these ones who be like so, just so like, I don't know, like they're just so ongoing with telling people about God, but they're not these ones who just like refuse to acknowledge, once again, the real Jesus and all that good major stuff, if I'm being real. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the Bible is not for everybody. And these Christians and stuff like that, they try to make it seem like, oh yeah, just follow the Bible and you'll be good and you'll be on your way to heaven. But no, the Bible is not for everybody. It's only for God's chosen people, and it's only for people who God has interest in bringing in his kingdom. And this is not limited to any color or nationality. No, it's not. But what I'm telling you is that this is not for everybody. The Bible is also, it's not for all these different, I would say landscapes either, just for lack of terms. Yeah, it's not for all these different landscapes of places, countries and all this stuff. No, it's only for God's chosen people, if I'm being real, and people who God draws into his kingdom. That's it, though. Everybody else, they will never understand the Bible, no matter how much they read it, if I'm being real. And you may ask me, like, do I understand it and all this? Of course I understand certain things. And then other things I don't agree with, too. That's what you got to realize about the Bible. And this is Mello speaking concerning this, too. I am being led by the Spirit of God as well. But what I'm telling you is, yeah, of course I understand certain things in the Bible. And I say certain things. I do. And then other things, it's just not necessary, because you got to realize that the Bible has been tampered with for sure. But it is God's word, and it is his true word. And things in there are coming to pass, and they will continue to. That's what you got to understand. It is a real spiritual book, and it is God's true holy word. Yes, it is. But it also has been tampered with. So yeah, of course, there's certain things I agree with, and there's other things I don't. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. But yeah, overall, it is his holy word, and he is his word too. So yeah, it is a true book, and yeah, you should read it if you're chosen by God. You should, even if it's not no. even if it's not like that daily type of thing too, because a lot of Christians, they just, they betray stuff, but they don't tell people who they really are. And I'm not one of those people. Anybody knows me will know, like, yeah, he's a real person. Like, he's real. And I am. And I'm not boasting in that or nothing like that, but I am real. And a lot of people are not. And they're fake, including these Christians. And that's the reason why I be emphasizing all this stuff, because majority of these Christians are going to burn in hell, because the majority of these certain Christians, they do know certain things, and they just keep on going on and on without telling people who they really are and telling people these real matters. And God is going to hold certain people and certain Christians more accountable than others, type of thing. But majority of these Christians, once again, they're just going to burn, and we cannot change this. I cannot change this, and you cannot change this, type of thing. The God of Israel is in control of all these things, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not no perfect person and all that stuff. No, no, no. But I am called by God. I am chosen by God and all this marvelous stuff. Yes, humbly speaking. But this stuff is real. And yeah, the Bible is not for everybody. It's a spiritual book, and God and the devil and God's chosen people know what the Bible consists of. And the devil knows it more than majority of people. If I'm being real, he knows it way more than Christians. And as far as me and all this stuff, I mean, I don't have to get too deep into that matter. But he does have certain things concerning the Bible that I'm not as familiar with. If I'm being real, yeah, of course, I'm real. I keep telling you that I'm real. But other things I know too. That is very outstanding. I know a lot of stuff concerning the Bible, and then other things I just don't agree with, if I'm being real with you people. But yeah, it is an accurate book, and I have read throughout it already, and I do, his word is already within me, that type of thing. So it's like I don't have to just read this book all day or anything, because what you got to realize is that the word is a living word. So it has to flow. It's that type of thing. God said, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. You people don't know this stuff, but I do. What I'm telling you is it's not to brag or anything. It's just to show you that God is much more deeper than that. The Bible too, as he's leading me to say, he is more deeper than that. And he wants his people to know this. But yeah, the Bible is accurate, and you should read as you're led to read. And as the Spirit is giving you understanding, you should preach his word, but you got to be led by his Spirit concerning this matter, And these Christians, they don't want to explain this stuff to people. And this is why people are perishing and all this stuff. And this is why God is going to punish these Christians, and then other ones they're going to burn. He's going to allow them to perish, is what I'm telling you. They're going to hell, and there's nothing you can do about this matter. But this is not more about that, more or less about that. This is more about the Bible. And yeah, the Bible is a real accurate spiritual book. It is accurate, and prophecies will continue to be fulfilled. But it's also not for everybody, and it's not for everybody to understand. So with all that being said, I'm out.